Yeah.
You see that? See that right there? Them 5 points on that star. You know what it is. Peace, more.
The true Juneteenth.
Peace, more.
Peace. Islam.
Talk to him.
Man.
What's on the mind? Let them know.
The whole phenomenon about this Juneteenth.
Talk to him.
Why is our people so caught up with Juneteenth and all these other man-made holidays that they give our people, and our people go off on the deep end with them, get caught up so crazy with it, like they just can't help themselves.
Hey, you know, just to add on to that shit, you know, Article 13, well, the original amendment for the 13th Amendment, it really go into that shit more. And it go into it like this. Let's just show y'all. Peace and love to all the Moors, the Muslims, the Asiatics. Share this beam out, because you know they got this paid shadow ban.
Yeah.
So share this beam out. You see what we repping, though.
And denationalized.
Yeah. You see what we repping. You know what I'm saying? 5 points at the start.
The real flag.
You see what we repping, right? We go right here. Oh, God. We go right here. Exhuming of a nation. We up. You see this right here? Look. Original 13th Amendment with its full body of 20 sections. See that? Hold up. Let's go right here. Let me show y'all something. Y'all out there talking about you were slaves and all that, right? Look. Section 12. It say, the trafficking slaves with Africa is hereby forever prohibited on pain of death and the forfeiture of all the rights of property of persons engaged therefore therein, and the descendants, check it out, and the descendants of Africans shall not be citizens. So what are you celebrating? What are you out here celebrating? This is the original 13th Amendment right here. You know, the place, you know, our so-called black people ain't taught to look at. This in the Library of Congress, in case you want a receipt. So yeah, it's in there. Share this beam out. Talk to him, boy. What up?
Well, in order to know who you is, man, you gotta declare what your real nationality is. And it ain't come from no Juneteenth, no Black History. It don't come from no made up Indian tribe and all these fake geographical areas that you ain't never seen on the map.
Never
seen that on the map.
Never seen it.
So start coming in. Don't come with the beliefs. I tell people, like, don't come with these beliefs. Don't come with these theories and opinions. Because we talking strictly historical, geographical facts. This is what we talking about.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Hey, you ever seen this document right here? See, this is the document they don't want to show y'all. We finna show y'all right now, though. Peace and love to all the Moors, though. Just in case you ain't even seen this before, here it is right here for you. United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. Huh?
I don't think they heard.
This is us. See that? This gotta stop being a foreign language with our people, and we gotta look right here. Fam, this is your protection. This is your protection. It's cool. I seen a video they was talking about, you know, somebody, you know, they in Chicago right now, they in Iraq, they marching. That's cool. That's unity. But check out what unity mean, though. Article 6. Every indigenous individual has the right to a nationality. That's the unity, fam. That right there. Add this on there. Now you cooking with grease. You know what I'm saying? Now you cooking with grease.
Crisco.
Yes, sir. Talk to him, boy. What up? Now you cooking with grease.
Man.
That's the documents that you need to That's the documents that you need. See, we talking about documents now.
Yeah.
Something that you can bag up, your claim, you can bag up with proof. Go to the documents. We ain't talking about no he say, she say,
Right.
what they say.
Right.
His story.
Right.
Not our story, but his story.
Right.
So
Right.
that's what we talking about. We ain't talking about nothing else, but we ain't talking about what these people talking about. 19 Keys and Dr. Umar and all these other people. They gonna send you straight off. That's what we call dirty Moors. I'm gonna be real. Dirty Moors. If you ain't flying this, yeah.
See that flag right there?
You ain't flying that, you're not flying.
Say it again.
You ain't standing. You ain't flying this, you ain't flying. You ain't standing on original principles. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's what it's about. 5 principles. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Must got some gold in here.
Because that's what it's about, though. Look. When you talking about unifying and solutions, you got to go with what's built for you. You got to go with what was created for you by your forefathers and your foremothers. This is what's created for us. So you talking about Article 3, indigenous people have the right to self-determination. Let's just stop right there. Self-determination. What you think about when you hear the phrase self-determination, fam? What you get when you hear that, Ra?
Self-determination. Kind of gotta you gotta be determined to look at what's real.
Yeah.
You know, and not be in the clouds and be like,
on some pondering shit.
Right, like you just gotta know what it is, you know, and find out what it is and go to the source, you know.
Yeah.
And be about it like that.
Strong.
Yep. That's how you gotta do it. Strong. Be determined on what you're trying to find in this world. Stand on your truth. You know, don't go by the hearsay and whatnot. Be on your facts. You know, do your research.
You
know, because that's what a lot of us don't do. We try to present truth to people, our people especially, and they just look at it sideways. You know, like, are they second guessing? You know, coming from us. But as soon as somebody that don't look like us, you know, come up and take, and they want to be like,
right.
Well, I guess you was right.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't a guess. It was.
It was. It is what it is.
It is what it is, and it's what it's written in the book.
Somebody asked the question. They say, so the Moors were the Native Americans who Columbus came in contact with. Columbus himself was a Moor. See, that's right. That's right there. You could, if you want a receipt on that, pick up the book One World Tartarians. His name wasn't even Columbus. That's a code name. His name wasn't Columbus. Was his name? Pick up the book One World Tartarians.
His name was Al Salvador Zarco.
Receipts. See, we talk. Speaking of
Portuguese.
A Portuguese Moor. Speaking of receipts, look at this right here. The hot topic right now. The hot topics is they like, man, citizenship, ICE on your ass. They snatching people up, right? Unity. You can't unify if you ain't even built to have. If you ain't got your 5 components of a natural person, you ain't even built right.
You're not even human.
They don't even consider you human. Right. You gotta have this right first. We could march and we could talk and we could pray all day, but if you ain't linked up with law, you at a disadvantage with everybody else. Cause look,
wait,
the 5 components.
Can I ask him a question?
What up?
What did they what did they subtract out the 5 components? You got 3 of them, but they subtracted it's 5 of them to make you a human being on this earth. What did they subtract out your the five elements, the five components of the human man, the human species, I can say.
You got 5 points on that star. Give you a hint. You got 5 points on that star right there. That's your flag as well as our flag. That ain't just our flag right there. That ain't the flag of Morocco over there in 1956. This flag right here been flying over 10,000 years and even older. So then you say the 5 points on the star, how many fingers you got? You got 5. 5 points, 5 components to a natural person. Here it is right here. You got your spirit, the indestructible God essence in man. You got a soul, actions of the mind's powers, thinking, reasoning, willing, and understanding. Body, flesh, human vehicle made of the earth, often indigenous to the land of birth. Like Moore was just saying, nationality, that's what's missing. The descendant birth attachment through a special nation or tribe. Free national name. That's your El, your Bay, your Day, your Ali, your Al. That's your national name. Your lineage identity. The last one is creed. Religious path of God consciousness, established through your forefathers' vine and fig tree. Ding, 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 ding. Those are the 5 components that's supposed to complete man, woman, and child. Those right there. That's what these sellouts, these black leaders, they ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that.
Never.
They gonna keep you guessing.
Yep. They gonna be like, we black.
We black and proud.
Blackity black.
You lost your nationality, and you lost your creed. Did nobody
That's
take
in that
it
circle
from
7
you?
right there.
Did nobody take it from you because they can't take it from you. That's in the rights of indigenous people.
Hear that?
You lost it by, just by being, by taking, worshiping they idol gods.
And it's proof. The proof is right here in the pudding. United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. We all can agree that we are Aboriginal indigenous to this land. We're descendants to this land. We all agree right there. This is where we start separating. This is why we got to stick to law. Because right here in law, it says every indigenous individual has the right to a nationality. It don't say you got a privilege. It say you got a right to that. So if Allah gave us rights, who could take it away from us? Think about it. Think about it. Can't nobody take away our unalienable right. That's what they call unalienable. Can't no man take away your rights. Nobody. Allah give it. But the man is trying to take it away from you. Because they own some, hey, you gonna be black, Negro in the color though, or Indian. You finna be categorized as property.
Yep.
If you don't know no better, they looking at it like it ain't their job to tell you. Talk to them, boy.
It's like you gotta know where you come from because it's not their responsibility to tell you. I get a lot of people be saying, "Oh man, why they don't teach us about this?" Nah, you teach yourself about learning your history. They ain't gonna tell you to go deep in the books and find out, or go deep in the maps and read the maps, and they ain't gonna tell you that. They gonna show you that little globe, and they gonna send you off about your business.
There's a question up there. She say, why are they not deporting you right now back to Africa?
Good question.
Huh?
Good question.
Deporting us?
They can't deport us back to Africa.
We ain't from Africa.
Exactly.
So there ain't no deportation.
Bing bong.
You know?
Bing bong.
Can't deport anyone if they not from there.
Yes, sir.
America.
We from here.
America is the old.
But
Africa.
if you want to get technical, We in North Africa right now.
Facts.
America is the old Africa.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ain't no deportation going on.
America is the true old world.
Period.
So when you see that flag flying right there, all red with the 5-point green star, that flag right there go back to these times. You see, this how cold Noble Drew Ali was, Morris. Noble Drew Ali, he was linking up Moorish adept principles. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. He was linking that up with the 5-point open star to the Egyptian Maya principles. Harmony, truth, balance, right order, and justice.
Another 5.
Linking another 5 up.
Another 5.
So
Plus 5,
you we got 10.
That's 15 right
You
there.
got 10 fingers, 10 toes.
Right.
See that? See how it all add up?
Linking up.
Y'all, you know what I'm saying? People love talking about the math ain't mathing. All this right here add up.
Yeah, what's mathing, all right?
More science.
It add up.
That's more science right there.
All this right here add up. You got 5 fingers on one hand, 5 on the other hand, 5 and 5, 10. 5 and 5 on your feet, another 10. How many Bill of Rights you got?
10.
See how it all add up? You see how it all add up? Then you take it up higher, take it above. You talk about astrology. What you got? How many signs of the zodiac you got? You see? You take it up, then you can bring it right back down. You on God, you can take it up and you can bring it right back down. See? Take it above, then you go back down below. And you get everything that match. It add up.
So above, so below.
Yes, sir. See? So if you saying, well, I don't really get down with that Moorish stuff. I don't really get down with that.
Down with yourself.
You ain't getting down with yourself. Because the Egyptians knew what time it was. Didn't they say the Egyptians built the pyramids? So how the Egyptian Maya principles damn near identical as the Moorish adept principles? Bing bong. Huh? The 5-point open star? Huh? Then you got the Shemitah? Come on, man. It's just too many connections.
Way too many.
There's too many connections. What up, Moore?
Yeah, man. It's just too many connections, man. Everything got to deal with the more science, man. And people, they want to steer. They try to steer you away from it when they use it.
Yeah.
They sell the dirty Moors. They try to hit you with the civil rights and all this other stuff. You know, this march.
Yeah.
And all that. You know, what you marching for? When you got the what's that? The indigenous rights?
Yeah.
Right there.
You got the indigenous rights. You don't have to march because if you knew the indigenous rights, you ain't got to march.
You just gonna claim what's yours. Claim what's yours. I mean, it's cool. You know, they in Iraq right now. That's love. You know, we bringing the coming together. It's cool. We come together but at the end of the coming together though, what's the goal? That's the goal right there. Waving your own flag for your nation. Exercising your economics and your strength on your land. That's the goal. Building up businesses, not only for now, but for the future. That's the goal. And that's the Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People. That's the strength.
Article 1, Section 10.
Come on, man. How they over here? Look, they got foreigners in our land. Shout out to Brownsville. They got foreigners. Cause y'all know that them pale-skinned Europeans, they not American. But they think they're American though. And they over here charging us taxes to live in our land. Food, water, phone tax. They charging us to live in our land. Ain't that wild?
Think about that for a minute.
Somebody in your house charging you to live there.
Yeah. A visitor. Charging the landlord to pay.
Ain't, bro, that's wild.
Think about
that's wild.
Like for real.
That's wild.
Think about it over a period of time, how long it's been going on.
Somebody asked the question, what's a Muslim? What's a Muslim? We go straight to the literature, fam.
I like it.
We go straight to the literature. We ain't got time to waste our time or your time. The Exhuming of a Nation. For the people that want to get the book, there it is right there. Muslim is an Arabic word, and its English transliteration. Hold up, it's windy as hell out here. It say its English transliteration is, quote, one who is the divine will of the great God Allah. That's a Muslim.
I don't think they heard you in the back.
See, it say, this ancient definition, love more. It say, this ancient definition can be traced back to the founders of the world's first religious creed, Islamism, for the divine and earthly salvation of man on earth. So we going back to the founders of the world. That's Muslim. So when they say Muslim and Muslim is the same, that's cap. Look, Muslim came before. Hold up. Muslim came before and has always superseded the modern Arabian translation of Muslim. Ding, 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 ding. So when they say, well, Muslim and Muslim is the same thing. No, it ain't. That's cap.
We could back up our claim.
That's cap. See that? Today's Muslim, it say what? Is defined as one who submits their will to Allah. But you go right back up here to Muslim. It say Muslim is one who is the divine will of the great God Allah. So you want to submit to something or you want to be something? That part.
Or you are something.
Oh, you are something. Talk to him, boy.
You are something.
Talk to him.
And the crazy thing about it, just look at the alphabet. What comes first? The O vowel or the U vowel?
I'm taking it to the letters.
Take it to the letters.
Take it to the letters.
O or U? A-I-O-U. A-E-I-O-U.
And then, if we saying, so as above, so below, what's one of the oldest sayings in the universe? It's the O. It ain't the U.
It ain't the.
It's the O. Cause how that sound? You making a sound.
It don't even sound right.
Don't even sound right. Right. It don't even sound right.
The O's like the hymn, like, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Meditation. Yes, sir.
It's like meditation.
You see how it makes sense? We ain't gotta talk all. Nah, it just makes sense, so it don't make sense. One of the loudest, one of the strongest vibrations is the Om sound. That's one of the loudest that's one of the strongest vibrations. So we talking about acoustic. We talking about acoustics right now, like the piano. That's the motherboard of all instruments. The piano, playing the piano. When you hear the letters and you hear the sound off them letters, each letter got a frequency, energy, and a vibration. This is what we talking about. This is why we saying the more science is the way.
You're connected to everything.
That's the way. That's the way.
That's the connection.
That's the connection.
That's the Chinese connection.
Asiatics.
You ain't know the Moors
Asiatics.
You ain't know the Moors had Chinese dynasties, did you?
Nigga, don't be talking about my people.
Japanese dynasties.
Y'all motherfuckers, worry about y'all people. Don't be talking about my people.
So look, then you talking about this right here. You talking about this. What they out here talking about now?
My Chinese
What they out here talking about
on.
now? Look, what they talking about out here now? They talking about Juneteenth and the citizens, right? So the Juneteenth and the citizens, y'all got Juneteenth t-shirts on. For what? Why you had a Juneteenth shirt on? That's what you celebrate. See, niggas love celebrating too damn much. Partying and bullshitting. And then I'll be like, or something. You know what I'm saying? Talk to him.
Man, why do we celebrate that?
You know why? I'm going to tell you the truth. I celebrate you get drunk.
It's because we see validation.
Yeah.
We want to be validated. We want to feel important.
We want to feel like we belong.
Or do we want just any type of attention that they give us?
Mm-hmm.
No matter what it stands on.
Right.
Because it ain't standing on nothing.
Right.
I don't want none of that. I just want to get drunk.
So, yeah, it's a waste of energy, and you're being deceived. You know, you're playing a game with yourself mentally.
That's all they doing though. So if you playing games where you losing and you steady losing in the game, why you want to keep playing the game for? Look, what you was talking about earlier about the Constitution, boy. What you was talking about?
Constitution
It kicked me out.
is everything. If you don't know your Constitution, you gotta learn it. You gotta stand on it. Period. Like, it's, yeah, but they don't teach us that in school.
Right.
So, you know, and you don't know, and they don't want you to know because it gives us power.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So, the less power you have, it's more power for them.
Facts.
If you know your Constitution, you know your laws, and that's what it is, laws and history.
Mm-hmm.
You know that, you know what I mean? You're undefeated. That's that.
Where's the Juneteenth flag at? Where that shit at? This how you know it's bogus as hell. Where the Pan-African flag at? Bogus as hell.
Where the black flag?
Where the black flag at? Bogus as hell. I tell you, I show you where this flag at. That's been flying thousands of years though. It's right here. You got one? You go to Amazon Prime, get you a flag, start repping for your nation. Instead of being like, yeah, I'm out here celebrating just to be celebrating, looking crazy and shit. Talking about you Pan-African. So you finna go back to Africa, but they can't deport your ass to Africa.
Make it make sense.
Come on, man.
Make it make
sense.
sense.
That shit goofy as hell.
I know a lot of people that talk that Pan-African stuff a lot. And I just be like, that died. It died so many years ago, you know. But y'all still want to be on it. But it represents nothing though. Like,
What do it
no
mean?
flag. Where's the nation? Is there a seat at the UN? You know, what does it stand on? All that.
See that? And then you go right here. You go right back here, fam. 5 components of a natural person. See that? I mean, it's really simple. We were talking about this earlier today, right? Shout out to Canaan Land. We were talking about how like somebody get, if you lose your Wi-Fi, remember we were talking about that? If you lose your Wi-Fi signal, your ass gonna be quick to find one, right?
They go crazy.
Go crazy. Your phone ain't working?
I gotta find a
Nigga, went
hotspot.
crazy. I gotta find a
I gotta
hotspot.
find a hotspot.
Whole time, that's your hotspot right there. You been running away from that. That's your connection. You been running away from your hotspot. Your hotspot right there, Divine and National. You been running away from that. And it's free though. That's the crazy part. It's free. You ain't gotta pay for this hotspot. This shit free as hell.
But niggas love to play.
Yup. They love to pay. They love to pay for what? What you paying for? This free. You ain't gotta pay for no $1,000 packages and
How the old saying?
you ain't gotta pay for that.
You gotta pay to play.
Cause
And that comes from
they stuck, man.
that comes from women's ass, pussy.
They stuck.
They stuck. Too
Low.
busy trying to be validated.
Yeah.
Low vibration.
Yeah.
Not vibrating high. You know. It's like it just one foot over here. I don't even know if the other foot trying to go over to the right side because
Straight up.
they comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable.
They're comfortable.
They ain't divine.
And it's hard to accept real truth when you've been programmed so bad for the masses for so many years.
Yeah.
But then it's like,
So basically, you saying you rather hear a lie than the truth.
yeah, they rather have a lie.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people do though.
So look, this is what it is. A comfortable lie you can digest.
Yeah.
But that hard truth is hard to swallow.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people are comfortable with that. If you ease somebody's mind because you say the right things to them, they're comfortable with that. But if you give them a reality check, like, yo,
I don't like that, or I do like
this
that.
ain't it.
Right.
Right.
Church.
This is what it is. You know.
And
And
whose
when
favorite
it's,
saying
and
was
when it's
that?
the truth,
Magic Don
like they say,
Juan.
the truth hurts. But
Church.
you gotta accept what it is. But do you feel comfortable living a lie, or you want to be
Told the truth.
flashed on with that hard truth?
Cause yeah, like you saying, more that shit could be hard for them. Cause
Mm-hmm.
they
can't
can't take it.
They don't know what.
They'd rather go to church.
Yep.
They'd rather have to sit there for 2-3 hours, give your money out your pocket. You done gave your money up to a stranger. But he talking about God though, so you like, here, you can have it, Pastor.
That's what it is.
You can have it, Pastor. You went up there for 2-3 hours, heard the whole sermon, heard the choir and all that. What did you learn? What you gain out of going to that Sunday service?
And then when you walk into the bus stop and the pastor pass you by and honk the horn at you and say thank you.
Driving that 2025 black.
Right.
Say thank
Because you
you.
guys is paying.
And then ask you for a ride to the crib.
He got a helicopter,
and it's hot as fuck.
Rolls Royce,
All that.
got a Phantom.
And he looking at you
Know what I'm
on
saying?
the bus
You
stop,
living like a rock star.
laughing
Right.
like,
Off of your dollars.
Hey, ain't it crazy that people ain't caught on? The pastor living like a rock star.
Rock star.
From the people congregation giving them the money.
that because a pastor.
Go ask the pastor to give you a loan.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, pastor,
Tell
let
him
me
you
hold
short on
something.
rent.
Let me hold something. I'm short on some rent this month. Let me hold something. I need a couple styles. Let me hold something.
If you walk
Brother, Jesus.
10 steps down there to that corner, that's what the pastor gonna tell you. You walk 10 steps down there to that corner, God gonna walk 20 steps. Just keep following God.
And that's what they do.
And you gonna get what's got coming to you.
Or they'll be like, brother,
Church.
I need to pray on it, brother. Just give me a few weeks. Let me pray on it, brother. I can help you out. Just give me a few weeks. I thought you said that the Lord give it.
Yeah.
And you got it, so why you ain't giving it? See? It's a hustle, man. They hustling.
And what's the Lord?
They out here
He
hustling.
giving everything out for free.
They out here hustling, man.
Being hustled.
See?
Put them in that position.
Y'all ain't tired of that yet? You ain't tired? I mean, your nation right here. You living in your nation right now. Whole time you thinking it's
Guess what, Craig?
you thinking it's a foreigner or something.
Guess what, Craig? You can't talk to him like that. You gotta talk to him in tongues.
Nah, I ain't. Yeah, that's what the pastor do. That's what the pastor
Then they
do.
understand.
That's what the pastor do.
Then they understand.
Hooting and hollering and shit. That's what the pastor be on. Pastor ain't gonna show you this.
They gotta be over.
Pastor ain't gonna show you this though. Look,
He's gonna show you that Bible.
look at this. He ain't gonna show you this. He ain't gonna show you no architecture. He ain't gonna show you that. He ain't gonna show you that this all connected to Moorish science. He ain't gonna show you that. Pastor ain't gonna tell you that the palace of Argentine National Congress in Buenos Aires, they ain't gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna show you this. That the Capitol Hill, Washington, D.C. got the same building. They ain't gonna show you that. All this right here is Moorish architecture, fam. See how the math be mathing when we come on in? Well, they math don't never add up. They still need a roof to get fixed. They need to hold another fundraiser on Sunday.
Fish fry.
A fish fry.
Don't
You
forget
need
the
the
chicken.
fish fry.
Yeah, they gotta have another fish fry because
Amen to the fish fry.
don't forget
Don't forget the chicken.
the roof leaking. Don't forget you gotta donate.
Pass the basket around
Mm-hmm.
3 times.
Hey,
10% for you.
Hey,
10%
why the-
for you.
why the roof-
10% for you.
why the roof always leaking? Why something wrong with the church all the time? Why the plumbing ain't right?
It's because they
Lord
The
knows.
toilet ain't fixed.
Lord knows.
It's always something, ain't it?
Lord knows.
You say
We trying to do a fund in the fish fry
This
fund for the roof.
Don Julio. Okay.
We trying to get the church roof fixed
Right.
while you driving
Right.
around in the caddy.
Like Moore say right here. He say, there's no such thing as European architecture.
At all.
They ain't got no culture at all.
It's no such thing as a European that did it before we did it. But y'all call them white people though, right?
And y'all niggas,
Y'all calling them white people.
y'all be
Get on that.
You know that shit. Talk to them.
jumping
Talk to
in
them.
for the Greek fraternities. Y'all get jumped in for the Greek fraternities. Look at ISIS. You be jumping in for the Greek fraternities. You don't even know who the real. You don't.
real
Do you know
Greeks is.
the real original Greeks was? Guess who? Yeah.
That's another receipt.
Yeah.
That's another
Go
receipt.
back to Herodotus. Herodotus he will tell you the Greeks was Moors, nigga.
Go-
Herodotus.
Go back to Septimius Severus.
Yeah, Septimius
Septimius Severus.
Severus.
Go back to Septimius Severus. Go back then. You go back. I don't care how
wanna
far
go
you
back
want to
that
go.
far, dog.
I don't care how far you want to go back. It's all Moorish back
That's
there.
why.
Moor. They
That's
don't want to
why.
go back that far.
They
Right. The Etruscans.
The Etruscans.
You go back to the Etruscans. You know how they say follow the money? Everybody say, I gotta follow the money. I wanna know where that money going. Follow the money.
Etruscans.
Follow the money.
The Normans.
Go back to the money from the so-called Greek classical period. All that period, and you're going to see a Moor on that coin looking like you.
Us.
Huh?
Us. What you saying?
Huh?
Us.
You're going to see the noses, the faces, the phenotype is going to look just like you.
Because I think they still caught up, like, the pale face started everything and created everything.
Yeah.
You know?
For real, though.
They ain't even been on the planet that long.
Sure ain't.
You know? So, you
Sure
guys gotta
ain't.
really be thinking about, you know, the history. You know, they just like present history. It's like they stay in the 1900s. It might go to like 18, but they don't ever want to go past like 15 or 14.
You know how we was talking about, more? We was talking about, like, when we say citizenship. Y'all know that the so-called Italians and the Irish, y'all know they didn't used to be considered white, right? y'all know that, right? They didn't used to be considered white. You got to look up free white person in the Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition.
That part.
They didn't get started being called white till the 1870s. 1870s. They wasn't even considered that. This is why you got to go to law, fam. It's a classification. More connects you to this right here.
Conference, what's it called?
Yeah, the Berlin Conference.
The Berlin Conference, the first Russians.
Yeah, they was Moors.
It was us.
They was Moors.
Let's go look at Putin.
Yeah, that's why Putin coming out with
it.
He know what's up.
Yeah.
He know what's going on. Speaking of what's going on, how we know we in our own land, how we in America, and you got castles over here. Look, this is in Kansas. See that? This is in Kansas.
That's wild.
You thought castles was just over there in Europe, huh?
That's what they feed us.
Gotcha.
That's what they feed us.
They tell us that it's only castles in Europe and in Scotland and all that.
Yep.
You got castles in Kansas. You got a castle out there in Florida. You got a castle over here.
And like you said, it all goes back to the old world. We the old world.
We the old world.
But they say
we the old world.
They say America don't got no culture. Oh, we don't know our history.
So why they come here for?
We got to go back to Africa. We don't know Africa. Africa is a modern word.
Facts.
It's a modern word. It's not even ancient.
It ain't ancient.
You got to go back to ancient times.
If America didn't have nothing, then why everybody from around the world come here?
Exactly.
Why do you come here to make a living? You got your own country. You got over there in so-called Africa, Nigeria, Senegal, and in Europe and all around the world. Why you come to America to make it? Because America is the hub. America is the hub. So everybody come here. North, Central, South America, all of the islands.
Want to come to the North Gate.
Right.
Back in the day, they came to America to vacation. To the palm trees. It was called the land of paradise.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You came over here to vacation and come over here. You think Moors weren't coming over here? The Malian Moors?
The palm trees, the land of milk and honey.
Yeah.
See, you got palm trees. You know how you got them palm trees in Florida? Florida didn't used to be like how they say Florida is today. Florida used to be all the way up, damn near the, what was that, B? Damn near under Illinois, Kentucky.
Yeah.
All that was Florida.
Well, they cut it up.
On God.
They cut it up.
They cut it up. Florida used to go all the way up. Same with Mexico.
Man, we on it. Like Mexico.
America
just like Mexico.
Was the first land to rise over the sea. Was the first land to rise over the sea.
Facts.
While Europe was still considered as islands. Islands, nigga. Europe and England and all that land over there was considered islands before the water receded, went down. When the water receded, America was already full land. It was already full land. Already established. You had Moors. Then the Moors went over there to conquer more Moors over there, Africa, in England and Europe, and established. That's when they established Spain.
We went over there to help them. See? And that's a lot of things, that's a lot of misunderstanding too, that I see a lot of people got too. They asking questions, that's what's up. But you got to understand, when they say Moor, you got like how Moor got on his headband. Moors, you got Murs, you got Mohr, you got More, you got Maur.
Got different variations.
Yes, sir. You got different variations.
Over 50 variations of the word Moor.
Over 60.
Like
over
yeah.
over 60.
Wait,
Over 60. Over 60. Pick up the book.
I stand corrected.
Pick up the book, Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers. Get that.
Oh, yeah.
Get that. But he got pictures, because pictures speak 1,000 words.
That part.
1,000
what
words.
J.A. Rogers say? What J.A. Rogers say? The word Moor, and he said the word Moor, Egyptian, Nubian, and what was the other word Moor?
You talking about 100 amazing facts about the Negro. Yeah, 100 amazing facts about the Negro.
It was all ancient.
Word. Then he said word. Right, on God. He said words like white, colored, and black. Those are not African words.
They not even indigenous.
Yeah.
The Americas.
Those what black, colored, and African. They're not indigenous words to Africa. So if you want some, let's go back to Africa. Right. So if you want to go back to Africa, white, black, and colored, those are not even languages, like words that they got in the language over there.
It's foreign.
That's foreign European talk.
That's a European word. So
all them words is European words.
You call yourself black, it's not even indigenous to Africa, Asia,
to nothing. So this is why we say come back home. Cause whole time you already at home. If you in the Americas, you already at home.
Yeah.
You just don't know this your place.
West Africa.
You think like the visitors, this they place. They charging the landlords rent to live in their place. Ain't it wild, like Moore just said earlier? Think about that. Say that one more time for him, Moore, because you got new people coming in here.
Landlords getting charged for rent by the tenants in their own land.
That's strong.
Say that 2 or 3 times in your mind and think about that. And see, do it add up.
And think how much they charging for rent nowadays.
Oof.
I'm talking about super inflation. So how it turn around from the landlord being tricked to the tenants charging the landlord to live there. But it's really the landlord house, the landlord apartment, the landlord condo, the landlord building, the landlord house.
Everything.
And they got the nerve to charge us. We the landlords. We the allodial title holders to this land, fam. Not the Indians. Not the Indians, not the Native Americans, the Moors.
They think they is Native
Ain't no West Indian.
West Indian.
They want to be Choctaw, Blackfoot.
West Indian.
West Indian.
What's that?
What's a West
Where's
Indian?
the West Indies?
What's a West Indian?
What's the Middle East?
Right.
What is that?
It ain't no Middle East.
Guess who made up all those titles?
Exactly.
Not us. Not us.
You said, somebody asked the question, they said, what caused the fall and separation of the Moors in order for people to forget? That's a great question. That's a great question, actually.
Go in on that, though.
The fall and the separation didn't just happen like overnight. The fall and the separation happened over time, like long periods of time. It's actually, people today, they think like this stuff happened like centuries and centuries ago. It wasn't really that long ago. We talking the 1800s. The 1800s is we talking about. They took your nationality and your birthright. It ain't even that long ago.
We were still enslaving them niggas in 1800s.
Right.
Did you know? Right. We was charging Europeans ransoms.
Heard of the Sally Rovers?
Like when they talk about the pirates of the Caribbean.
That's us.
That's us. So it wasn't even that long ago to the point where we'll be like, we forgot. You can remember. Because don't forget, if you pick up this book right here, they added 1,000 years to the calendar. Get this book right here. It go into the time shift. So we thinking like when they say all these way out times, they added 1,000 years to the calendar. The Gregorian calendar, that wasn't a calendar for us. They made up the Gregorian calendar for us, for them to write themselves in history.
Took us out the Geneva Bible.
Yeah. Ethiopian Bible, they took us out of that.
The oldest Bible you can get.
Ethiopian Bible.
Yes, sir.
The oldest Bible you can get.
800 years older than the King James Version.
Yeah.
Bing bong.
They wasn't even around.
Wasn't even around.
They substituted more in that book, in the Ethiopian Bible. They took more out.
That's when the Indian came.
That's when they start calling you blackamoor.
Yep. Like the Geneva Bible. Look in the old Geneva Bible. Look in there. You're going to see more in there. Because think about it. How could the first president for the Republic of America, how could he be a Moor? How could he be dark complexion? See that? How could the first president for the Republic of America be a dark copper complexion Moor? Think about it. He wasn't no Indian. Wasn't no Native American. He was a Moor.
Sections of a turtle shell. You can see how many months you had in the year on the turtle shell. That's why they call the Americas Turtle Island.
You know what's crazy though? You know what's crazy too? When we talk about like citizenship and all that, it's 4 classes of citizenship. 4 of them. Moors, we got the highest citizenship on the land. We nationals. We Moorish American nationals. Then you got naturalized. Ain't nobody on this land been naturalized since the fall of the Moors. We ain't naturalized none of these foreigners that's over here. So how they got jurisdiction and authority over here? They don't.
Aliens.
You got
know who they is.
No, you got subjects.
Yeah.
You got subjects.
That's the last one on them.
The alien is the last one.
Yeah.
The aliens is the last one. So you got subjects. Subjects is what they classify so-called black people as.
But that's the lowest rank, right?
No, the alien is the lowest rank. The aliens is under that. Them the people you ain't even from here.
Right, but they know who they is. They can go back to their land, right?
Right. They foreign nationals.
The subjects ain't got no land.
The subjects, you get locked up, POW.
Right. You don't even know who you is.
Own land.
Locked up in your own land, and you really got the key to get out.
You a subject. You subject to all the mistreatments and whatever I want to do to you on your land.
On your land.
You subject.
This your land.
You can't eat tonight. You subject to not to eat tonight.
You finna eat pot pies.
You about to eat
That's all you finna eat.
You eating toenails tonight.
You gonna eat whatever they want to give. You got a license, we finna revoke your license. That's a subject. Cause it's like the 14th Amendment, unconstitutional. What it say? You subject to the jurisdiction thereof, to the U.S. corporation. That's why you celebrating Juneteenth. You really celebrating slavery without chains on your head, on your neck.
Article 14.
You really celebrating not having chains on right now. That's what you celebrate. Ain't it wild? You celebrate not having chains on, but you still locked up.
Invisible chains.
That shit crazy.
Talking about you free. Talking about you running around here talking about you free, but you subject to the jurisdiction thereof of the United States Corporation.
Facts.
We didn't even put America in there. You heard what I said? The United States Corporation.
When you
America ain't in there.
when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, you know what time it is, right? You know the Pledge of Allegiance. It tell you the 2 different jurisdictions, right? The Pledge of Allegiance, it tells us the 2 jurisdictions. Think about the Pledge of Allegiance right now. What it tell you? It say what? Pledge of Allegiance, more.
Pledge of Allegiance.
What it tell us, more? It tell us. It tell us.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
United States.
United States.
The United States.
Of America.
It say the United States and to the republic for which it stands. It tell us. It tell us what it stand
to
on.
this day.
That right there.
Craig.
That right there. And to the republic for which it stands. It's right there. That's the republic right there.
One nation. Under God.
Indivisible. For liberty and justice for all. Islam.
Killed you. Killed you.
That's it.
But then you would tell a shorty, a little baby,
It's a democracy.
it's a democracy. What? You don't even hear democracy in the Pledge of Allegiance. What the fuck you talking
Democracy
about?
ain't even in the
guess
Declaration
what?
of Independence.
What you talking about? It ain't even in that
The
shit.
baby don't even know what
Got the book
democracy
right
means.
there.
Exactly.
Page 29.
What it
Get
say?
more.
What it
So
say?
guess what that make you?
29.
You telling the baby about democracy.
Yeah.
That makes you dumb.
Let's bag
Because
up
how
our-
you gonna talk
can
to a
we-
baby when you can't talk to a
Can we
grown
bag up our claims?
Crazy, ain't it?
Can we bag up our claims?
Oh, we got receipts though.
We got receipts for you.
We got receipts though.
Page 29.
We got receipts though.
We on point.
We got
Do
receipts.
you need no flag?
I don't see no Pan-African flag out here. I don't see no Native American flag out here.
You got to highlight
Where is that?
29 top at the top.
See that right there?
Tippity top.
We talking about receipts though. The word democracy does not appear once in the Constitution. Let that marinate.
digest.
Yeah, let that marinate on you.
Let that digest.
Throw some Sweet Baby Rays on it. Let it marinate. Let it marinate. See that? We talking about receipts. Fascinating facts about the Constitution.
Wait.
See?
Run that back.
Fascinating facts. This shit is fascinating. This shit is fascinating
Facts.
about the Constitution. See, it's two types of constitutions. You got the one for the Republic, and you got the U.S. Foreign Corporation. See?
Shit.
You got two constitutions. That's why you got in the Pledge of Allegiance, you got two different jurisdictions. They tell us in the Pledge of Allegiance, pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the Republic.
Two jurisdictions.
Two different jurisdictions.
Freedom and slavery.
This is the freedom right here. This is
Two
the freedom.
jurisdictions.
That's our freedom right
or
there.
slavery. Which
Right.
one?
But check this out, Crane.
What up?
You got two jurisdictions in Chicago. You got CPD, which is Chicago Police Department, and you got Calumet Park
Slave
Police
trade.
Department.
All of them slave patrol.
Slave patrol.
All of them slave patrol. All of them.
Slave patrol.
Alsop,
Two
Posing,
And you wonder,
Blue Island,
and
Well,
you
people don't
wonder,
think about it.
Chicago.
and you wonder why you get handcuffed.
But they come at one nation under God. Let some shit go on in Calumet Park and let some shit go on 123rd. They all gonna come together as one.
Yeah, you see what you said? You said the real shit though. They all gonna come together for the bullshit.
Yeah.
They gonna come together for that's what we need to do. When we getting attacked by tyrants, we need to come together on some real shit.
You know how I know? This shit happened to me.
And what they gonna do? They gonna send a warrant out. How we supposed to be filling out paperwork, writs and shit. They gonna send a warrant out. They use our shit against us. They gonna put a warrant out. Hey, find Joe Johnson. Go ahead and get on that. They gonna send them people out. They gonna come get you, or you gonna get pulled over.
Yeah.
They gonna take your ass.
If you know that document right there,
Hey, I was in front of
You got firepower now.
you got what?
You got firepower, fam.
Artillery,
We've
dog.
been out here
Yeah.
for decades.
You got some
artillery
firepower
pulled
now.
up right here.
It's finna end though.
You got
police.
You know they got it capped off on the hour.
Oh, they got capped off.
Yeah.
on
They got it capped off.
If I open my
Yeah.
door, I'ma hit they
Go
car.
ahead. Know what I'm saying?
Beam out getting too
I
hot.
said, why y'all pulling me over?
Beam out getting too hot, so they.
I said, I'm
they
going
gonna
right
shut
here.
down.
They said, you ain't put your
Yeah, they gonna
signal
shut it
on the
down
car.
after 60 minutes now.
I said, well, I got y'all.
They shut it down now.
I called my brother. I said, oh, make sure
saying?
the door open.
So
You
glad y'all tuned in. Share this
I got out
beam
the
out.
bag
I
to
appreciate y'all tuning
Locked
in,
my
boys.
motherfucking door and walked in.
You know what I'm saying? You got the more raw
Islam, Moors.
all the way from Let them know where you at.
Seattle, Washington, 206.
Yes, sir.
Up there by Canaan Land.
Ah.
Up there in the corner, west.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yeah,
out
man.
Here in the shop with my brothers.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
See, when they say Moors don't unite, they cap. That's cap. Moors always unite.
Pull up, Moors.
We always unite.
Pull up.
We always, cause we all we got shit. On some real shit, we all we got.
And I'm just an ignorant motherfucker.
You gotta stay tuned in. You gotta unite. Y'all gotta get up out the slumber, out that dream, and wake up to reality.
Real shit.
The reality is this flag right here.
But real talk, I'm gonna tell y'all this on live. Probably can't see my face, whatever. But these two motherfuckers, I used to fight their ass about the Moors.
Mm-hmm.
I used to fight their ass.
Talk to them.
I'm talking about physical fighting, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
And what they was trying to teach me back then, because I was an old head and I was still in my own way. Later on, I started to get it.
Yes, sir.
And I still need to learn more. So,
yes, sir.
I still need to learn more.
Yes, sir. And that's what we all do. We all need to learn more. That's what it's about. This shit is a journey.
Even though we fought, we all still here together.
Yes, sir. This shit is a journey, Moors. Study, study, study. Noble Drew Ali said it 3 times for a reason. 3 times. So run this beam out back. Cause you know IG got this thing on the hour timer now.
Hello?
You know what I'm saying? They just,
it's too much truth.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, we're gonna get cooked
No.
an hour, that's all.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Reaching too many people, waking them up.
What's up?
Somebody on here from Tacoma, Washington.
And some of y'all, what's good? 253.
Yes, sir.
Y'all, what's good?
RDL Bay. RDL Bay.
Y'all gotta link up.
Hit more up, man.
Hit me up.
Yes, sir. Let them know your gram, boy.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
Hit me up. Rasan Amun Bay.
Yes,
47. Should come up.
Yes, sir.
Hit me up.
Link up.
Link up.
All y'all Moors out there, man, link up, man. Let us know where y'all at, because if somebody could be on here and they could be in your area.
Right.
And they see where you at, like, damn, fam, them over there.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving.
Shout out to Jersey, New Haven, Connecticut,
What?
the Rack.
Throw it up there.
I'm saying,
Throw your jurisdiction up there.
shout out to Houston, down south, West Coast, East Coast, overseas. Hey, man, your time is now, fam. Don't get. Shout out to Oakland. Don't get scared out here now.
Sunday out to L, Kush Day.
Yes, sir. Oklahoma City, Vegas, Islam. This what it's about, man. Each one teach one. Shout out to Khalifa Territory. Yes, sir.
Indeed.
This what it's about, man. This ain't about us, man. It's really about all of us, though. It's really about all of us. Shout out to Georgia. You know what I'm saying? It's about all of us, Moors. This your flag right here. Your nationality and your birthright is for the free. You just got to claim it. Because you got tenants that's in our lands that's acting like they us, charging us rent.
Charging like they landlords.
Charging like they landlords. We the landlords. Shout out to Florida, Canaan Land. Yes, sir.
They gotta obey the law. They gotta come back.
Make them obey the law.
Yeah.
Obey the law. Demand them to obey the law.
Freedom ain't free, baby.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Chattanooga.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
be afraid to call them pale faces what they is. Don't call them white.
Don't never call them white. Shout out to Dallas. Link up. Never call these pale-skinned Europeans a white man or a white woman.
Giving them too much power.
Never. Don't never get them a throne.
Yeah.
You ain't got no throne here.
Actually, black mean pale.
Black mean pale. That mean albino.
That's what they don't realize.
Black means
Tell
albino.
'em.
It mean albino. So if you going strictly off color, why would you call yourself an albino?
A dead person.
That part.
Colorless.
Black mean dead in science.
So why would you want to call yourself a corpse?
Why do
you
you want to
dead?
be property?
Are you dead or you alive?
The Walking Dead. You
The
see?
Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
You
Why
ain't
you
dead, you
wanna misidentify
right. You ain't dead, you up. Like that flag, up. Peace, Moors.
Peace.
Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Yeah.
Islam.
Islam.